Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. The scheme that we are covering today is old pension system scheme. So basically this has now been replaced with NPS, not now but yes in 2004. But so why are we studying about it? Because recently government employees who had joined the institution before 2004 and were part of old pension scheme, they are now again given one time option to switch back to OPS if they want to, right? So why and what are the perks in old pension system? Why did the employees they protested to be back part of OPS, we will understand in this session. But before that, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you want to join. For example, if you want to know about what is the function of RBI, what is the function of NABARD or SEBI in India's economy, you are going to understand, you can understand that from the information that is provided in this e-guidebook, along with your role once you join the organization at a certain post, be it your grade A or grade B post. Then after that you would want to know about the recruitment process. So everything about how to join actually, what are the different phases, what are the different objective or subjective type, what are the different pattern that the different phases have, what is the syllabus, previous year cutoffs, eligibility criteria, everything has been comprehensively covered in these e-guidebooks. So please do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks free of cost from the link that is provided in the description box below. Now let's come and understand about the scheme. So this was the news that we studied when we were covering NPS. NPS, I'll again say, look it please, because there were 4 current developments that have happened under this, so high chances of coming in RBI examination. Along with that, we also studied one news that these central government employees get NPS to OPS switch option. So one time option till August have been provided to switch back to OPS. Okay, so why was it? So let's understand. We'll start with the basic. Okay, so see, this old pension scheme that was launched back in 1950s, okay, which was later on changed with your national pension system in 2004. Okay, falls under the same ministry only, in which NPS it is there, that is Ministry of Finance, and of course PFRDA will be the one who will be taking care of everything that is related to the pension, right? So here in this case also they were responsible. Now this is about the scheme. Now we will look at only the important key features. Again, I want to clarify here, because see, this scheme has been not enrolled for everyone, or is not open for everyone. It is only for the people who were initially, when they joined the institution, at that time old pension system was there. So we are just going to understand the most important points that are also mentioned in the various newspaper sources. Okay, so basically it's not like that you have to study all the data, but the information that is present in your newspapers that have been highlighted, only those becomes important from the examination point of view, or they are more important from the examination point of view. In OPS, we will understand the basic difference or the additional perks which it provided in comparison to NPS, which made the employees to protest to get back to old pension system. Okay, first of all, see, it is just like NPS, it is also post retirement scheme. Okay, so it's a lifelong income, means till the government employee after retirement, till the point they die, they will every month they will get pension. Now how much pension they will get? So in NPS, basically NPS, what happens, your 10% of your basic pay, it gets deducted. Okay, and then employer, they also do the same contribution, in some institution even a little bit more also, and whatever, and this the amount then that has been accumulated, then that is invested in stocks, equities, different, okay, differently, and this also depends on the employee also where they want to invest, and on that basis also everything is calculated, and they get as a pension, they get back the money. Okay, in this case, but there's a catch in old pension scheme. Here there's a fixed amount, and how much amount is that? Whatever be the last drawn salary you will be having, 50% of that you will get as your pension every month. So if I'm getting 1 lakh per month during my job days, as soon as I'll retire, I will get my 50,000 every month. Okay, another important catch I want to highlight here is there in NPS, because see, first of all, let's understand what is dearness relief or dearness allowance. So basically what happens, everybody the money or the salary which the employees they get, they, of course it depends on in which level pay scale they are. There are level 6, 7, 8, 10, 9, so there are different pay scale level. Okay, so in which level they are, okay, so according to that level there is some basic pay that has been assigned, that has been designated by government. For example, that for level 6 pay for this particular grade A grade B officer, this should be the basic pay. Okay, and on that what happens, so that basic pay is there, and on that there are additional benefits that are provided. Okay, so one such is dearness allowance. Now what is this dearness allowance? So basically, see, we have the static salary, but the inflation, it keeps on fluctuating. So what the government did, on the basic pay that each officer or the employer they will have, they will add some additional allowance. Okay, or this dearness allowance, so some percentage of that basic pay will be added to it, so that they can actually adjust, the employee and its family can adjust with the inflation that is being observed in a country. ठीक है, तो उसको बोलते हैं dearness allowance. तो even after the pension, means you have reached to the retirement age and now you are on pension, so in your pension also you will get the dearness allowance. So if there is some fluctuation in dearness allowance, so every means twice a year it's been adjusted. Okay, dearness allowance is adjusted, so that will be adjusted in your pension also. So even after getting retired, you will take the benefit of dearness allowance. So this was additional benefit in old pension scheme, which is not present in your NPS. Now the most important catch I want to mention it here, payout is fixed, as we know, 50% of the last drawn salary, and there was no deduction from the salary itself. So what happens in NPS, employer they do the equal contribution, but in case of old pension system, the employee did not have to even contribute a single penny. Whatever the pension they will be getting, that was completely by the central government or the state government. Because when we were studying NPS also, we understood that initially the central government, they came up with this particular scheme for the central government employees in 2004, and then it was later on expanded to state government, and for the state government it was given liberty that they can, from their own self, they can decide a particular date from which they want to implement NPS. ठीक है, so before that, even the center of the state, they were paying the money with their own whatever be the savings they had, okay, to the employees. So payout was fixed, there was no contribution by the people, and also there was additionally one thing, there was a provision of the general provident fund. What does it mean? So it was like, for example, I was earning 1 lakh, so this 50,000 after I reach the retirement age, of course that I'll get monthly, but in a month I don't spend 1 lakh rupees, right? I'm just able to spend 30-40,000 or maybe 50,000, but still 50,000 is there, right? So I was given this additional provision of general provident fund, where I can, whatever be the saving I want to do, I can add in this general provident fund, and once I reach the retirement age, I'll get everything back along with the interest that will be given on it, right? So it would be like 50,000 fixed that I will get back as a pension by the government. Along with that, I will also have my additional saving that I have saved in general provident fund. Okay, so here it was actually a win-win situation. And let me tell you, not only about this dearness allowance, but after every 10 years also, okay, there was revision in the pension itself, to again to meet with the whatever be the inflation that has the country faced in those 10 years. So on that basis also, in 10 years also, there was revision in this pension system. ठीक है, तो these were the benefits, and this is the reason why people, they were protesting. ठीक है, these are the important details. Now why was it removed? I think it's very simple to understand. There was this pension liabilities which now the government have started facing. First of all, we need to understand, in 1950s there were lesser number of posts. Even the people, the salary they were getting, at that time it would have been less only, right? So if the pension was 50% of it, but still it would have been lesser if we compare it to nowadays, where even the income it is that high, and if the government, they start giving 50% of it without a single contribution from the employer end, of course it would be a burden both for the central government and the state government, and especially for the state government, because we know many of the state, they are already under debt, right? So major reason for removing it was this. And why was the protest? Because see, of course, the people who initially joined the institute, of course, see, much of the or many of the aspirants, they have this aim of working with government to serve the nation, or whatever reason it can be, that depends person to person. But of course, at that time, if the perks they were given by the government, okay, as an attraction, or whatever the government promised at that time, that these are the benefits you are going to get if you are going to work with us, now it was like they're not getting that benefit. It is a little bit of betrayal, you can say, a kind of betrayal. Okay, along with that, what happened initially when NPS was introduced and people were made aware of that, it was told during that time that in NPS they will get better returns from old pension scheme. Why? Because in NPS, the this whatever be the accumulation that happens no of money, that is invested in your stocks and equities, and these stocks and equities are being asked by the employee only, means wherever they want to invest in it. But then at that time it was told that because the employees will be investing the money in those stocks and equity and everything, they will have higher return once they reach that pension age, right? But when it was actually rolled out, it was observed by the people that it is much lower than the benefits they would have gotten under old pension scheme. Okay. Another is that they are fixed, means in your NPS it's a certain amount only, right? But in old pension system we looked at the 50% of whatever you're getting, the dearness allowance which you are getting, which you are not getting in NPS. And after 10 every 10 years you are getting the adjustment according to the inflation, which you are not getting in NPS. Okay, so these were the benefits, and that is why the employees they become a little bit agitated, that they are not actually getting more benefits under NPS, and they joined at that time when old pension system was there, and that is why they protested, and then government they provided them with the one time option. So this old pension system is not for everybody, this option is not given for everybody, only to the ones who when joined the institution at that time old pension system was running or old pension scheme was running. Okay, I hope pretty much clear. So homework, it's not today, it's not some particular MCQ that I provided, but I really want to know the views. Okay, because if like you are going to be the future officers, right? So there are now two aspects to it. One is the protesters, of course it is understood that they are given more benefits, right? And it is being, it's been even raised by people and the opposition party that for everybody old pension system should come, right? So as a office or as a beneficiary point of view, of course it's more lucrative and it is more beneficial for you to be part of OPS. But as a practically from the government point of view, we can see that it would not be feasible to provide with so much facilities without any contribution with the employee, right? So what are your views? Are you looking from the government point of view, or your beneficiary point of view it is better? I really want to know that. And these are the replies of the last session. Shreya, thank you so much for the feedback that you have provided. I shared with the team and we have started working on it. So for this month you are going to get the schemes tab and reports a week basis only. Okay. Smile, see, okay, so sir has suggested, see, Gurkirat sir had suggested those schemes because they were recently launched, right? For example, if I talk about that quantum mission, that one I highlighted out. So at that time I told you that just look at the objectives. Okay, why? Because see, these are recently launched, so I can understand Gurkirat sir point of view also. Recently news launched, I have more chances of being asked in examination, but I just asked you to restrict to objectives only in that case, because if we analyze the previous year questions, RBI they ask much questions from the Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of MSME, the schemes that are related to these pensions, savings, right? They ask, their focus is much on that. Not that they can't ask scheme outside this section, but we have to prioritize with the schemes. If we can't study 400 or even 100 schemes, right? We have to prioritize 50 most important ones, and once that is done, then we should come to least priority. Okay, so the at that time the sequence I told you that start with this, and then if you get time, read this one, please follow that only. Okay, Rishabh, can you list important scheme which is kept in high priority? So see, Rishabh, as I told you, Ministry of Finance, Commerce, and one more I told you, right? Ministry of MSME, these are of utmost importance. Okay, apart from that, you can I would request you to please go through the previous year papers, analyze and look at that which ministries are asked much. Okay, Shreya, see, Shreya, if you look at many sources, there have been some upper limit that has been given, but on the practical ground level, if you look at, and to the people who are in banks and they provide with these loans, so it has been observed that there is no actually any upper limit. It just, once you reach the senior citizen age, you should just have a nominee with you, or some some younger person on your behalf, who can be reached out, because the person beneficiary's age will be much higher. So a person should be there who can be reached out in some misfortunate conditions, but there is no upper limit. Minimum limit, yes, it is. So that is all in this video. If you like the session, kindly comment about it, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such video. For getting the PDF of this session, you can find that from our Telegram channel, the link of which it is present in the description box below. So thank you everyone for watching the session. You can suggest the schemes that you want me to cover, and if you have any query, please write it down. I'll definitely reply. Thank you.